The old-fashioned, a timeless classic, has charmed cocktail enthusiasts for ages. It's the epitome of simplicity: spirits, sugar, and bitters. But there's a curious twist that can elevate this beloved drink even further. Butter. Yes, that's right. The addition of butter transforms the old-fashioned into something truly luxurious. So, what's the magic behind this? It's called fat washing, a process that involves infusing liquor with melted fats. In this case, we'll be using melted Irish butter. Today, we're blending two delightful Irish products to create a sophisticated version of the old-fashioned. We'll be swapping out traditional bourbon or rye for Irish whiskey, resulting in a cocktail with smooth notes of malt and caramel that pair perfectly with the flavor of Irish butter. Even though most of the butter is removed, a hint of its essence remains, adding a wonderful silkiness to the drink. Now let's gather our ingredients for the butter-washed old-fashioned. This recipe has two main components. First, we need to make the Irish butter-washed whiskey. For that, you'll need unsalted Irish butter and some quality Irish whiskey. Once that's ready, we will mix it into the cocktail, which will require sugar, bitters, a splash of water, and a thick slice of orange peel for garnish. First up, we need to melt the butter. You can do this either in a skillet over low heat or simply pop it in the microwave until it's all melted. Next, transfer the melted butter into a ramekin and allow it to cool for about 5 minutes. This is an important step. Cooling it slightly helps ensure we integrate it smoothly with the whiskey. Once that's done, it's time to mix. Take a wide-mouthed jar with a lid and add both the whiskey and the cooled butter. Give it a good shake to combine the two ingredients thoroughly. Now let that mixture sit at room temperature for at least 4 hours. This time allows the flavors to meld together beautifully, enhancing the whiskey with that luscious butter essence. After the waiting period, it's time to solidify the fat. Pop your whiskey mixture into the refrigerator or freezer for about 2 hours until you see the fat rise to the surface and solidify into a layer. Once that's done, we need to strain the whiskey. Simply puncture the butter layer and pass the whiskey through a funnel or sieve lined with a coffee filter. This will ensure all the solid fat is removed, leaving you with perfectly smooth butter-washed whiskey. Now, you're just a few steps away from enjoying your cocktail. Stay tuned as we prepare to mix the remaining ingredients and craft the perfect butter-washed old-fashioned that will tantalize your taste buds and elevate your cocktail game to new heights. Let's continue our cocktail journey by adding the finishing touches to our butter-washed old-fashioned. First, we'll garnish our drink. Take a twist of orange peel and gently squeeze it over your cocktail to release those delightful oils. Then, simply drop it in for that aromatic flair. Next, it's time to chill. Add a large ice cube to your glass. This not only cools down your drink but also helps slow down the dilution, ensuring every sip is just right. Serve immediately and admire your handiwork. Now let's discuss the magic behind this recipe. A classic old-fashioned is simple yet transformative with the addition of butter. This enhances the drink's flavor profile beautifully. When it comes to whiskey choice, embrace the Irish theme with a good Irish whiskey, though you can also experiment with bourbon or rye for a classic twist. Remember, whether you choose whiskey from Ireland, Scotland, or Japan, let the flavors guide your choices. With the richness of butter and the right whiskey, you can create a cocktail experience that's truly unforgettable. Cheers to your cocktail mastery.